Well, welcome. It's Wednesday, September 7th, 2022 at 7 o'clock. You're in a Zoom meeting with the City of Westminster Historic District Commission, and I welcome you all. Let's start with our statement of authority. The Westminster Historic District derives its authority from Chapter 164, Article 9A of the City Code, which is authorized by the Maryland Code Annotated Land Use Article Division 1, Single Jurisdiction Planning and Zoning, Title 8, Historic Preservation. The qualifications of the Westminster Historic District Commission are on file at the City Administration Building at 45 West Main Street. The file is open to the public. I'd like to do a quick roll call. So we have me, Krista McMasters, I'll be the chair.
Chris Amadori.
She's our vice chair.
Oh, that's right. As of last meeting, I was, yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, would you like to announce yourself?
Kevin Wagman. Hey, Grace.
Kevin, how are you?
Good.
We have Grace
Grace Kelly Law.
and our city staffer tonight to make us all legal.
Mark Depot, the Director of Community Planning and Development.
Thank you very much, everybody. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at the meeting summary notes from September 7th?
Yeah, I make a motion. We accept them as written.
I have a correction.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you want to second it first and then we can talk about corrections?
Oh, yeah. I'll second it. Okay, I'll second it, but with a correction. I don't know how to, okay.
Sure.
I gotta find my notes from yesterday. My name was spelled wrong, that's all. And not at the, I can't find my notes. I'm sorry, from yesterday. It's
Well,
down further. I made a motion and my name was spelled wrong on that one. So,
So you can ask that the motion be amended to make that correction from
Okay.
Kevin.
okay, so I make a motion that that Kevin's motion be amended to make a correction of the spelling of my name.
Kevin, do you agree?
Second.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's kind of not, it's good enough for tonight.
Okay. All right.
So
I can't
there's a
find my
motion-
notes. I don't know where okay.
There's a motion on the floor that amends Christine's name to be improved. Is there anything else on the meeting minutes that needs amendment? Hearing nothing else, I'll go for the vote. All in favor? I say aye.
I
All right, thank you. The motion's passed. Mark will take care of fixing your name, I'm sure.
Yeah, I see the two locations. It changed halfway through. Two letters flipped.
Transpose, I know. Too
Do
many
you know,
vowels.
this is a purely a side note, which is probably not good, but every time I see Chair McMasters, I'm so used to them spelling it C-H-R-I-S, Chris McMasters wrong. It always makes me like flinch a little. And then I go, oh, that's a
I
typo.
always get my name spelled like yours. It's like, no.
All righty. Old business. Let's take a quick look at that memo. Mark, for a guy who said he just didn't have time to work with us, you did a lot of work on this memo, I gotta say. It's really terrific. I'll just jump in and say that I want to add a couple of lines about updating the National Register documentation. As a group, I know we talked about that, but somehow I got lost in the translation. So I sent a revised or an addition. Mark, did you get that?
Yes, I did. For strategy 1,
Yes, could you read that, please?
it says, we also propose seeking grant funding to update the National Register documentation for the city's historic resources. It has been nearly a half a century since The resources have been inventoried, and it might be a great effort to update them in time for the 250th celebration of the nation. City administration. It says city administration, I'm not sure what, and some matching funds may be required. Okay.
City administration of the grant.
And again, and matching funds may be required. So that's the change to the addition to strategy 1.
Correct. So let's talk about that. What do you guys think? Is that okay to add?
Yeah, I think it's,
I know we talked about it, but somehow I didn't catch the spirit anywhere else in there. So, Mark, do you think that'll be a problem?
No, not at all.
Okay, I wanted to make sure this doesn't kick us back into resetting the time period or anything.
No, I think ultimately, if we're okay with the memo with these additions, I'll make the corrections and get it to Sarah.
Fabulous. All right, so maybe we should take an official vote since I am adding text. Do I hear a motion to add that text? Thank you, Christine. And Kevin, are you
Second,
seconding it? Fabulous. All in favor?
I,
All right, good. So you got that, Mark. The other thing I found was under implementation strategy number 6. Somehow there's just a word missing in there. It should say 20% for the next 5 years. It just says 20% for the years, and that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, yeah, so right now it says the HDC recommends that the local historic tax credit be increased to at least 20% for the 5 years. So yes, it is missing for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I think that'll help. Does anyone have a problem with that correction? I see a bunch of heads going. So we'll take a quick motion from Christine about approving that word adding.
Chairman Masters, can you, I could hear you clearly, and now your microphone, I can't hear you as well.
Okay,
That's just me, or is that everybody else?
I'm just asking you for a motion to quicken this up a little bit.
I can hear her fine.
I can't, I don't know what happened. I can't.
All right, let's try Kevin. Kevin, can you make a motion to add that one word about next
sure,
5 years?
I make a motion to the proposal to add words to make more 20% or whatever. Is that close enough?
Sorry.
Close enough to what was submitted. What, do I have a second?
I second, I can hear enough.
Good.
Okay.
All right, all in favor of adding that one word?
I,
Aye, fabulous. All right, do we have any other changes or additions? Grace, your hand's moving, but you're on mute. Can't hear you. You're on mute.
You're on mute, Grace.
There we go. Sorry. Sorry.
All right, you good? All right. So with these additions, Mark, I think we're ready to roll to Sarah.
Okay,
Good. So you think you can get this done at some point?
I'll finish it up tomorrow and send it out to her tomorrow.
I was thinking, would it be helpful if we followed up with a personal meeting with her?
I think that's the next step that I meet with her every Wednesday. So I'm going to send this to her Friday and then discuss with her when we could set up a meeting to have HDC sit down with her to go over these items.
Okay, good.
I've already talked to her last Wednesday and previous meetings as well, that this is coming. I did tell her that it was up on the webpage and it was being presented, so she could take a look at it earlier if she wanted to, as the draft. So she's aware of it. It's just now getting it to her.
Yeah, I noticed she's on the CC of the draft to us, so she's got some awareness of it via CC.
Yes.
Mark,
Okay.
are people allowed to make comments? Since you have it up on the website, are people allowed to publicly comment on it, or is it just up there for people to read and they can attend a meeting if they want to comment?
I think they would have to attend a meeting if they want to comment with the
Okay.
HPC
I was
itself.
just- Okay, I was just curious how that worked. Okay.
Again, we'll have plenty of time too, Christine. Well, yeah, obviously this will go to Sarah, and then if we take it to ECDC or Mayor and Common Council would be also be provided with those packets and open up to public comment as well.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like we won't have too long to wait if Sarah's willing and ready to go. Okay, terrific. And would we meet as a whole group, or would we just meet as whoever can make it to whenever she's available?
I'll leave that up to you. If it's more than 2 people, then obviously we'd have to advertise it as a special meeting or a meeting. I'm good anyway. If you want to meet as a group, that's fine. We'll just create, like I said, a special meeting and schedule it in the calendar.
And if it's just one person, like if it was just Chris,
Then we would not have to advertise it.
okay,
My 2 cents is have us a whole meeting. It appears we are more serious than just maybe the chair.
well, why don't we talk about that then? We can figure that out.
I guess my big concern is that we already have enough troubles just rescheduling tonight's meeting with the whole group.
Right,
I would rather meet with Sarah and answer any questions individually
I agree.
for time purposes, you know. Maybe Mark, could one other person attend with me just to keep me honest?
I think 2 at the most can.
Two at
meet
the
with
most.
Sarah, yeah.
There you go, Kevin. I agree because we've been working on this for such a long time. I think we need to get the show on the road. And I think Chair McMasters is the person to answer the questions. We've already agreed on everything. And I mean, and she's got the in-depth knowledge. So I'm good with you just meeting Chris with Sarah and having, if Kevin, if you're around, you can.
Come join us. Come join us.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we just need to like move it along. It's been too long. It's been too long.
How does that strike you, Kevin? It's got a thumbs up. Okay, good. So we seem to be in general agreement. All right, good. All right, Mark, well, let's get it. And as soon as Sarah can schedule with me, I'm open to almost anything but Wednesday mornings. Wednesday mornings, I'm kind of got troubles, but other than that, I'm retired. So
Okay.
fabulous. Okay,
Well,
so that's,
I'll work with her on several dates, so to let you guys, so it's just not one specific day, so it gives you some flexibility. And when I send it to Sarah, I'll CC the HDC as well as part of that email, so you'll see it going out tomorrow.
okay, fabulous. Very good, very good. Okay, so that's it for old business. New business, it's only one piece of new business, and that's to welcome our new commissioner, Grace Kelly Lawler.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Hello, Grace. Did we ever decide when you used to serve with us? What years were they?
Oh my gosh, I have to go back to so yeah. I want to say probably like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I have a feeling it was something like 2008 to 2011 or something like that, but I don't actually, I had it written down when we proposed your name to the mayor, but I can't remember what it is now.
Way too fast. Way too fast.
It was all pre-COVID and life was very different back then.
Yeah,
One thing that hasn't really changed though, Grace, is that we do review a lot of tax projects, and Grace is well versed in reviewing tax projects. She's also well versed in joining us at the Spring Flower and Jazz Festival, and she used to really work hard on the historic Christmas tours that we used to do. So Grace is a lot of fun, and I'm glad to have you back. I really am. Welcome, welcome. All right, now's the point where we get to talk to the Historic District Commissioners and find out what they've been doing for historic preservation in the last month or so. So let's start with Kevin. Have you been up to anything?
Nothing, but thank you for thinking of me.
And Christine?
Nothing, this has occupied my time. This is like top of the list, top of the docket, so.
And Grace, you haven't had a chance to have any time behind you. So, as far as me and my time, this has really been the top of the list for me as far as city historic preservation duties. I haven't been thinking or doing much of anything else extracurricular. How about you, Mark? What have you been up to?
A lot, just a lot of site plan review, building permits. It's nonstop.
All right. Do we have any public comments tonight?
No, not, I have not received any.
Okay, great.
I have a question for you, Mark, but it's not Historic District Commission related, so I'm not gonna ask it now, but I need to ask.
Maybe-
you.
Maybe after we adjourn, we can
Yes.
ask Mark,
Okay.
just, you know.
Okay, I didn't know if we were gonna like just, okay.
All right, so, if
And-
there's nothing else. we
I do
could
have one
offici-
thing. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
oh,
We do have the invitation for the Heart of the Civil War Heritage Area annual meeting is coming up on November 3rd, 2022 at the Atrium 1844. The $25 tickets. I was just wanted to forward that to see if anybody would from the HDC wanted to attend. We have money in the budget through HDC. So if anybody's interested, we have to let them know by early next week. So if you are interested in attending November 3rd, I think it's early in the morning. I'll send everybody the invitation that we received. I'll send that out to the HDC. So if anybody's interested, let me know so we can purchase tickets.
Christine, Chris, I would be interested, Chris, if you would be my Uber driver, I would go with you.
I can't promise anything right now, Kevin, because I'm actually chair of that, heritage area. And I might have to go early to help set up and whatever. I'm already going. I can give you a little background on this. It is, it's gonna be at the Antrim and it's gonna be super cool. And we decided to impose for the first time a $25 fee because literally we're afraid we will oversell tickets. Because everyone wants to go to the Antrim 1844 for $25. And the reception is being sponsored by Carroll County Tourism. And so what you get is going to be probably
Very nice.
pretty amazing. And just to walk onto that Civil War property. The speaker that night is Winona Peterson, and she lives in Tawnytown. And she and I work together at Gettysburg, and she's talking about a barn actually that was lost to time, but how much information locating it actually offered to understanding the Battle of the Gettysburg. So it's going to be a short talk about the importance of place and the importance of still researching these things and how many pieces it puts back together for understanding something as important as Gettysburg battlefield. And if you can carve the time out, I really recommend you consider going, because not only is it going to be fun and fabulous, but it's going to be interesting too. But there's a strict limit, so that's one reason why, you know, you've got to get your tickets in quick.
Well, living on the Gettysburg battlefield, like I did, I would be very interested, but I would like to see, if you could send that information, Mark. And then Kevin, yeah, I'd be happy to try, but I have to see the time, the date, all that information. I can't commit like right this second.
All right, so let me tell you.
Yes, Mark,
I've
if
got
you
the
can
invite right here.
email that to us, I would be interested.
Yes.
And a quick turnaround to say yes or no.
So, it's Thursday, November 3rd. It's 6:30 to 7:30 is the cocktail hour. 7:30 to 8:30 is the program. And, it is an annual meeting, so there will be some boring stuff like budget and elections and that kind of stuff. You'll just have to expect that.
So 6:30.
6:30 to, yeah, 6:30, at least to 8:30. I can't imagine we'll get all that business done really by 8:30, probably 9. And there is a space limitation RSVP by October 11th.
Okay. So if we got back to you tomorrow, Mark, that would be,
That would be helpful, yes.
okay.
And Mark, you can apply online. If you just know that like only Kevin and Christine know they want to go and Josh may take another day or two. I don't know how hard it is for you to use your city credit card.
No, it's fairly easy. That won't be a problem at all.
Who was invited to this event in particular?
So we have a pretty large board. We're an organization that supports both heritage and preservation as well as tourism. So all the county DMOs were all invited, all the county tourism guys, all the local heritage partners were all invited. So that includes like the Celebrate America group. And at least in Carroll County, that was probably 20 cultural heritage sites right there. They literally talked about whether they could invite all the county commissioners and all the mayors of all the municipalities. And I think they were beginning to trim the invitee list.
Okay.
So the fact that Mark fished this out of the mail, there might not be one to the mayor. I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna forward it to Sarah so she can provide it to the elected officials as well. In case they want to go.
Okay, that's good to know.
It doesn't say anything like you can't bring a +1, Christine.
Elected officials.
But I can say that it's limited, it's limited. The place where we're going, I think can only hold it's the pavilion. I think 220 is the most it can hold.
Is that where they had the fundraiser in May? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
same building.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I just sent it out to everybody, so you'll see the invitation and
Okay.
just let us know.
I'd love to go.
sponsored by Carroll County, Maryland. I got to tell you, these tourism guys are trying really hard. Our board is doing a rolling retreat. We're going to get on a bus and do business between various attractions in Washington County. And Washington County Tourism is paying for the whole thing because they want us to go to their spot. So it's tourism folks are kicked into full gear.
Grace, are you a go?
I'm good to go, and I can be your Uber driver, Kevin.
Good, let you do that.
Any
Uh,
cruise.
Mark, I would say yes to me.
I'll say yes too.
Okay,
It's in the evening. I thought for some reason I thought it was in the morning. I mean, because it said early or something else.
that's what I said. I apologize. I just saw it's late at night.
Not like I can't make breakfast, like I can't do that, but I can do, yes, I can. So, but I am a yes, I was called for jury duty, but that is the 7, 8, 9. That's the next week if I do get called. So I was trying to like figure that out in my head. So,
And Grace, you're going.
Going.
okay, I'll go. Mark, if you wanna,
Okay,
okay.
And Mark, it wouldn't hurt you to go if you had time.
I'm going. Andrea is going as well.
Yay, we got a table.
We've invited Doug, the city clerk, to go as well. And new hire for economic development.
Oh, fabulous. Well, it would be not only a lot of fun, but it would be educational for
Mhm.
sure. There'll be a lot to learn about other counties, and it's very synergistic. You walk away from events like that and just go, let's go, you know?
Chris,
Yeah.
not to interrupt you, but I think the other counties can learn from us too.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's move to adjournment. And Christine, if you want to stay on a little bit to ask a couple of questions, that would be great. I'm looking for official adjournment, what people think, and we'll turn off the cameras.
I make a motion, we adjourn this lovely meeting.
And by acclamation,
I second that.
thank you.
Yay.
Good night. Have a good one, folks.
And thanks everyone for being accommodating after my blunder last night. Thanks.